In this work, we propose a data-driven human localization and posture classification method for non-line of sight imaging scenarios. Non-line of sight imaging is the process of estimating information about a scene that is hidden from the direct line of sight of the camera. This involves interpreting the illumination reflected or scattered from the non-line of sight object onto visible surfaces. Non-line of sight imaging has been employed for the identification, tracking, and 3D shape reconstruction of hidden objects. NLOS imaging typically requires time-resolved detectors and a laser source for illumination, which are both expensive and computationally intensive to handle. Thus, our goal with this work is to propose a system that works with only a camera and a lighting source. Another major focus of our method is to move beyond small-scale imaging setups and handle scenes that are practically present in the real world. We aim to use active illumination to improve our NLOS performance. The role of the active light source in enhancing the signal to noise ratio of non line of sight information is crucial. Our research primarily focuses on determining the optimal location to direct the spotlight on a visible surface. To achieve this, we propose an end to end pipeline that includes a message passing neural network. This network is designed to understand the scene geometry and predict the most effective position for illumination. Owing to the use of differentiable rendering in our pipeline, the proposed method works significantly well for realistic scale scenes with non-diffuse surfaces and self-illuminating objects. We use synthetic and real data to demonstrate superior performance compared to several baselines. This image shows our problem setup. Our imaging system consists of a projector P as our illumination source and a camera C as our detector. The light source and the camera are focused on the line of sight surface, and the human O moves around in the NLOS region. We use the projector only to illuminate a single spot as opposed to projecting spatially varying illumination. The image of the line of sight surface I is related to the 2D location of the NLOS object L by a function f. Alpha here refers to the position of the illumination on the line of sight surface, and phi refers to the other parameters that affect the captured image, such as the material of the line of sight surface, the NLOS subject's posture, and noise. The forward function f models the light transport matrix of the setup. The goal of our study is to invert this function f and optimize alpha to more accurately recover the object position L. Our processing pipeline consists of three major components. The first component is the illumination estimation network. It's a graph neural network that estimates the optimal lighting position to maximize the quantity of the NLOS information. This network takes a mesh of a scene and outputs the nodes of the triangle that have to be illuminated. Here, the size of the mesh and the relative camera position against the visible surface can be specified arbitrarily by a unit distant that does not necessarily need to correspond to physical units. The second component is a differentiable rendering engine that uses the illumination information given by the first component in order to obtain an RGB image of the line of sight surface. The last component is a neural network that involves estimating the position and the posture of the human subject from the RGB picture calculated by the second component. Please refer to the main paper for detailed network architecture of the various components. All of our training is done on synthetic data, and the inference performance is evaluated with both synthetic and real data. Sample scenes used for training and testing are shown here. Note the variation in terms of textures and occlusions. Here are some quantitative tracking results. We evaluate the accuracy in localization using the average distance between the ground truth positions in the moving trajectory and those predicted by our method. The average localization error for synthetic scenes for our method is 6.3 cm for subjects performing known activities and 10 cm for subjects performing unknown activities that the network did not see during training. For real scenes, the error for known and unknown activities are 32 centimeters and 45 centimeters respectively. Here are some qualitative results. This video shows the tracking trajectories obtained by our method for real data. The top left is a bird's eye view of the human walking in the NLOS space. The bottom left shows photos of the line of sight wall. The right hand side shows the trajectory plots. The blue line is the ground truth and the red line is our prediction. Our paper contains detailed results of classification along with several ablative studies to understand the importance of spotlight optimization and the effect of mesh decimation on the overall performance. Please check it out. In this work, we demonstrate the importance of choosing the optimal position to illuminate inner line of sight surface. We also showed the proposed method's state-of-the-art tracking and posture classification performance in challenging scenarios. Thank you for listening.